Milo the Raccoon and the Vanishing Colors by Ryan Reeds. Deep in the painted forest lived a young raccoon named Milo. The painted forest was famous for its colors. Red flowers covered the hills. Golden butterflies danced through the air. Bright blue birds sang from the treetops. Every morning, the forest looked like a giant rainbow. Milo loved it. One morning, however, something strange happened. When Milo woke up, he noticed the red flowers were gray. The butterflies were gray. Even the berries growing on the bushes had lost their color. Soon, animals from all over the forest gathered in the town square. "The colors are disappearing!" cried a squirrel. "My flowers aren't yellow anymore," said a rabbit. Milo looked around. Little patches of gray were spreading everywhere. Then he spotted his best friend, Piper the Parrot. "You see it too?" she asked. Before Milo could answer, a slow-moving hedgehog named Bramble rolled into the square. "I found something strange near Rainbow Falls." "What is it?" asked Milo. Bramble carefully opened his paws. Inside was a crystal shard glowing with faint silver light. The moment everyone looked at it, the crystal flickered. Tiny flashes of red, blue, and yellow danced inside before fading back to gray. Then a trail of sparkling light floated away toward the distant mountains. The crowd gasped. Milo's eyes widened. A clue, a mystery, and a forest slowly losing its colors. Without hesitation, Milo turned to his friends. "I think we know where to start." Together, the three friends followed the sparkling trail toward Rainbow Falls. They had no idea that their biggest adventure was just beginning. The sparkling trail led Milo, Piper, and Bramble deep into parts of the forest they had never explored before. By afternoon, they arrived at Rainbow Falls. Usually, colorful water poured down the cliffs. Today, the waterfall was mostly gray. Only a few streaks of color remained. Near the waterfall, they discovered a cave hidden behind the falling water. Inside, hundreds of crystal shards covered the walls. Some glowed red, others glowed blue, green, yellow, and purple. But many had gone completely gray. Then they heard a sniffle. Someone was crying. In the center of the cave sat a small chameleon named Soul. His scales were almost entirely gray. "Are you taking the colors?" Milo asked. Soul looked shocked. "No." "Then what's happening?" Bramble asked. Soul pointed toward a giant crystal in the middle of the cave. A long crack stretched across its surface. "The color crystal is breaking." The friends scared. "The color crystal spreads color throughout the forest," Soul explained. "A lightning storm cracked it several nights ago." Suddenly, everything made sense. The fading flowers, the gray berries, the disappearing butterflies. "I've tried everything," Soul said sadly, "but the crystal won't respond to just one color." "What do you mean?" Piper asked. "The crystal was created from every color in the forest working together," Soul explained. "If the crystal breaks completely, all the color in the forest will disappear forever." Milo looked at the growing crack. The forest didn't have much time left, and somehow they needed to save it. The friends gathered around the giant color crystal. Its glow was fading fast. "There has to be a way to fix it," Milo said. Soul nodded. There is. Hope filled the cave. The crystal can be repaired if every color is returned to it. But where are the colors? Piper asked. Soul smiled. They were never gone. The friends looked confused. Soul pointed outside. The colors still exist all around us. Milo gathered a bright red flower. Piper found a brilliant blue feather. Bramble rolled over a patch of golden wildflowers. Animals across the forest joined in. They brought green leaves, purple blossoms, orange berries, and colorful petals of every kind. One by one, the colors floated from the objects into the crystal. Red, blue, green, yellow, purple, orange. As more colors returned, the crack slowly began to heal. Then Milo looked around and realized something. No single animal had enough color to repair the crystal, but together they had everything they needed. Then, whoosh! A rainbow burst from the crystal and shot into the sky. Color rushed across the forest. The flowers became bright again. The butterflies shimmered. The berries sparkled in the sunlight. The painted forest was more beautiful than ever. The animals cheered. "We did it!" Piper shouted. That evening, the forest held a rainbow festival. Music filled the air. Lanterns glowed among the trees. Everyone celebrated together. Milo smiled as he looked around. The adventure had started with a mystery, but it ended with something even better. A reminder that when everyone works together, even the biggest problems can be solved. And from that day forward, whenever the animals saw a rainbow, they remembered the day they brought the colors back home. The end.